Hey, Kevin. Yeah, it's a little too hot tonight. Why do I look so dark? I seem to look really dark all of a sudden. I don't know why. It didn't look that way a minute ago, but it does now. Hey, 1 second here. Why does it look so dark? I'm used to being in the garage now, so now I gotta. Tell me if it's light enough, the video. It seems to appear real dark to me, and I'm not sure why. And who do we got here? We have Kevin, Alita, Toby, and Kevin, V8 Nate, Mr. Duke, and Dave, Fernando, Otto, Joe. Wow, Darte. Yeah, just new scenery this week. It's okay. I thought it was dark. Problem is, I can't figure out why it's that dark. Let me try something a second here. Oh no, that's not any better either. Thanks, Luis. And Lloyd. Does it look dark? Oh, okay. It's for some reason I'm looking at my screen and it seems like it's real dark around me. I'm not quite sure why it's doing that. We got Lloyd coming in. We got 24 people and 17 likes. Not bad. 18 likes. Lighting was better when you stood up. I can stand up the whole time. I mean, I don't know why it's doing that. It lightens up when you stood up. It is dark. I thought it's dark. And I have this turned up all the way. Could be the white shirt making it dark. Let me see here. Something to do with this background is what it is. Huh. That's really weird. Hey, Glenn, what's up, brother? And James Micro. It's dark because it's nighttime. And Tomo, how are you in England? What time is it over there, actually? I'm really bummed out. This should not be this dark. I don't know why it's like that. It's actually bothering me now. That's strange. Hey, Jim, how are you? I can't figure this out. We can still see you, so it's good enough. We're up, Holmes. Yeah, I usually don't. I used a different light that I have here. Hey, Bob, what's up, brother? Yep, excited. The picnic's coming up. About 13 days. How do I spell? Yeah, that actually is dark all up across here at the top. I just don't know why. It's really strange. I even have a ring light turned on. Let's see something a minute. Yeah, you are right. It's going to seem crazy. Give me 1 second. I'm curious about the shirt thing. Oh my God, it was the white shirt. Holy crap. I can't even believe that. That must have been the shirt because now it's not that dark. Somebody said the white shirt, And I'm thinking that might have been it. And Otto said, yeah, it's the shirt. Let's see if I missed anything. Okay. Yep, the shirt for sure. I never knew that could happen before. That's the auto exposure on the camera, I'm telling you. That camera don't like me, Glenn. I have the red shirt. I seen it in the closet, but I grabbed this one because I was afraid it would be too bright on there. Yeah, he did actually. Glenn dropped my name. I actually posted in the comments on his video. You might have not caught it. we kind of had a little funny with that. I sent him that video to be funny, and he has such a good channel. I get a blast out of him. Squeezing in here a bit late. Sounds good, John. Yeah, there we go. That's definitely much better. I think I'm kind of bright now, but trying to fix that up. The exposure on the camera, you had a large contrast between the shirt and background. Camera's trying to compensate. Yeah, you're right. And I never even thought about the shirt until a few people said it's the white shirt, and it did. Now, I wore that white shirt up the garage, and it was fine. I guess it just depends on a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? But it was so hot in the garage, I just couldn't tonight. I didn't feel like sitting in that heat, so I thought, well, I'll do it down the house, for a change. But yeah, please hit the like button. I really, really appreciate that for the algorithm. I did want to be in the garage, though. Nor my scent squish. Hey, we all have different humor, Glenn. I think you're hilarious, but we talk daily back and forth. So to me, I appreciate your humor. Yeah, we got about 12, 13 days, and the picnic, pretty much car show is coming. So I know some of you said you can't make it. Jim Lorish, I think you said you're going to Ohio to Jim's show. And there was somebody else on here that can't make it. Oh, Adam can't make it. I am so bummed about that. But yeah, it is way too hot for the garage. I did go up because I left the camera and ring light up there from last week's chat. But when I went in, it was nasty. It was like 98 degrees. It was closed up all day. So, it was just too hot. I thought, I'm not sitting there. I'd rather sit down here in the air, tonight. But of course I'm right. I'm the duck man. Your baby looked hot today in that video. I could tell. I think you said you had egg salad or potato salad. No, I can't remember what you said. I sat and watched the video while I was sitting there eating. We're like 111 degrees out here right now. Ooh, I think you're Arizona, James. I'm pretty sure. And Steve's in Texas. Greetings to you, my friend. Only 98. That ain't bad, huh? As soon as it gets above 70, I'm like, ugh, I can't make either. It's way too far for me. I knew, Alita. I understand, honey. I do. Hey, James, what's up, brother? I know for some of you, that's hard. Bob's coming in from Wisconsin. We have North Carolina, Kentucky. I forget. New York. I don't know. There's people come from everywhere. Maryland, Virginia. So it's, it's a little bit all over the place, But yes, he is, Jim. No doubt, brother. Are you coming to the meet or are you going to Jim's? I can't remember what you told me, to be honest with you. I cannot remember. It looks like there's going to be about, hey, Neil, about 200 people this year at the picnic. Last year it was smaller, but Luis, it's July 12th. You can message me on Facebook or whatever. I can't put the flyer in here. You know what I mean? I have no way of putting in the chat the virtual flyer, but message me on Facebook or Slades VW community on Facebook, the group, and I have the flyer on there. You're very welcome. It's in Pennsylvania, but 62 degrees. I could deal with that. I definitely could deal with that. A little break here in Florida's Eve, 79 and up, raining for a change. Wow, no rain. Glenn, we got hammered for days on end. It did not stop. And 79 for you, that's got to feel really like the air conditioning's on down there, brother. You getting your body work done? Yes. Front apron's done. I had to do some rewelding on it, and I just got to smooth a couple things out now. and remove my rails. I'm going to run a Mexican seal around the trunk lid and then move to the rear with the fender's rear apron and then start sanding like crazy while I'm doing the other work at the same time. April, what's up, my friend? I will see you in a couple of weeks. 86 in southern Utah and still big fires burning. That's a shame. I am so sorry, Toby. I hate to hear that because people lose everything, and that's an ugly thing. I would never want to have to go through that. I would love to go, just too far away. We can fly you in, Neil. That rained earlier, just not right now. Humidity is still 1,000,000%. See, that's the kicker. Not that I'm telling you anything new, but it's the humidity. That's the hard part. That's when it's hard to breathe and you're sweating, and that's the tough part, in all honesty. 72 degrees in Casper, Florida, and raining. We've been getting smacked with rain, and then we'll go into a drought. It's back and forth like a little game, you know. I'm here. The dog decided he wanted to go for a walk at the last minute. Oh, they always do. I hurry up and took mine out to the bathroom real quick before I got on here because I know what she'll pull on me. I had to pull mine off till fall. Too hot this summer. Yeah, it is. It's pretty hot. Indoor party, so no smoking tonight. I don't smoke. So y'all do for Canada on Tuesday, July 1st. I think July 1st is Tuesday, I think. I can't remember. You see, hi, Bob, and I need a hamburger. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Glenn. I could go for a hamburger. Hey, Darren, what is up, buddy? And my brother's a firefighter working 20 miles south of us. He has been on that fire for 7 days. Ugh, that's a lot. Intense heat and fighting fires. That's always delightful. God bless that man. Hey, Smoke, what's up, buddy? I ordered my magnets, by the way, and I got new stacks of magnets in, but they're not black because what I normally order, I have to show you guys this. I order my magnets and they're always black. I can't unhear it shining from the light. I ordered them and they showed up in the mail and they're white. So some people may like, I can't seem to get it on there right. Some people may like the white ones though, but that's how my life's been lately. Weird. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Smokes. Wait, I don't want to miss no buddies. Precipitation 5%, humidity 75%, wind 9 miles per hour. It feels like it's 100 here with the humidity. Slade, you got no super chats last couple weeks? Call Domino's. You know what stinks about that with YouTube though, and super chats? I forget what they keep, but it's a very large percent. I think that's disgusting what they do. And I always appreciate super chat donations. They really do help. I just think YouTube or Google, whoever, they need to quit being so greedy and keeping like 40% or something stupid. Hey, Duck Man, like your Herbie vid. Where are we at here? There we go. You're off tonight. Too hot in the garage. Yeah, Darren, that's when I came in, you missed it. I went up there just to check it, and it is just so hot. It's ridiculous. I thought, nah, I don't mind working up there and putting a fan on. I have an industrial fan, but I thought I don't feel like sitting there just sweating like that, you know. I gotta bring the chickens in. Bok, bok. I even made the cool chicken noise. I seen him in a video. Let me see. Hey, you done wiring yet? Large pineapple and green olive on the chat. And hey, Bill, what's up, buddy? And Bucks County. That's funny, Bill. I was on Realtor messing around today and was looking in your area, oddly enough. I was looking all over PA, like country areas, and getting close. Hey, about Kevin. The white mag does probably work better. You know what? I did order my regular. They're always black, and I don't know what happened. I got them in the mail. I'm not even mad. I'm not going to return them, but I was like, really? I was kind of bummed out when I seen the white ones, but people seem to like any color with the magnets, you know. And the stickers and magnets, I think people eat them because they buy them up so quick. Sad Adam and Mary can't come to the picnic. Yeah, Kevin, I was bummed. I really was. I mean, but I understand why. I get it. It isn't easy as it used to be, you know, to do things Uh, Soon, I got your magnets yesterday. Ah, thanks, James. I'm glad. I appreciate the support. I do. Heather helps me handle that part with mailing them out and everything, and I do appreciate that very much. Let's get the likes up, VW fam. Yep, we got 44 people, 37 likes. We're missing a couple. White looks good too. I kind of like the white after I seen it. It just caught me off guard, when I opened the envelope and was like, oh, nice. I need to get a shop set up in a PO box. I don't even use a PO box, to be honest with you. Hey, BCM, what is up? And Tharte said, just came back from the garage 2 a.m. here because it was too hot during the day, and ended up replacing transaxle seals, new boots for the ZV. There you go. Get all that stuff refreshed when possible. Hey, I had with a trunk latch, figured it out. Oh, there you go. I forgot, Dave. That's right. You were messing with that. I wasn't home today, actually. I left for most of the day. I mean, we went to a car show, got to see a friend and his wife out in Latrobe out past us, and really nice car show, actually. Yeah, 113 Darte. That's pretty hot, in all honesty. I mean, I can handle the heat to a point, but I have an industrial fan, but when I'm filming, I can't. There's nothing I can do. It's too loud, and even my microphone has the background noise, deletion, and it don't matter. The fan is just so loud. It's like, all right. Kevin, Ollie said Jackson is not going to be there. He just saw your comment and is upset he's not making it. You know what, Darren? Heather just brought that up. We were sitting out the porch earlier, and she said right out, oh my God, Ollie's going to be alone, but we'll entertain him. We have some ideas, so tell Oliver, don't worry. I'm like a big kid, but we'll get some supplies for him to have fun. We'll make sure of that. You can count on it. Hey, William, how you doing, brother? Out in Seattle, how's your weather out there? I don't know if you're in the high 70s. I'm guessing though. Yeah, fans don't help with filming. It's not fun. The one I got's really strong, but it's loud. I'm actually taking it to the picnic this year. I'm going to set 2 industrial fans up because the pavilion we have is like massive, big. So I'm going to set industrial fans up at the ends, and that way people can sit down if they need some air or anything. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It really, really is. The lady that's coming in the food truck, I call it, but she does all homemade stuff. I'm looking forward to that food, in all honesty. And I'm going to fill a trans during this week. My local shop only has GL5 and GL4, and I'm doomed. Well, GL4 is with what you want to use. You don't want GL5, although some say it doesn't hurt the brass. Why take the chance? You know what I mean? You can even get right on Amazon and get the Stay Lube GL4 pretty quick within a couple of days, if you have to. But let me see here. Used a 15-foot piece of trimmer line to clean the hard fuel lines instead of the wire you used. Didn't have one, and it worked great. Oh, Steve, yeah, whatever you have on hand that fits in there, you're perfectly fine. You know what I mean? That's not an issue at all. I just use what I have on hand and what fits. But when I did the hard line inside there, I don't know if you've seen the video where I pressure tested it. It's not hard to do. And I did that because I wanted to see if the vacuum would leak off in the hard line to make sure there wasn't a leak in the fuel line. So I don't know if you've seen that video I did, but it's a little important. You may have already seen it, Steve. I'm not sure. Today is a heat wave. We reached 74. Wow. I could deal with that. I could deal with the 70s year round. I'd be thrilled by that. And Jason, I'm thinking of Kerma 73 Beetle with disc brakes in the front. Anyone have thoughts about the bolt-on kit that uses drum brake setup, or should I go away and replace the spindles? Truthfully, you don't have to replace the spindles. A lot of people do if they're doing the drop spindles, Jason. But I did a conversion. I think I have a video on the conversion without the drop spindles. I can't remember now because I got 4 or 5 videos with disc brake conversion. You know what I mean? But doing the 2-inch drop spindle kit with it's not a bad thing if that's what you're willing to do. Darren, I'm sad for him. We'll hook Ollie up. We'll make sure he has a good time. We really will. There's no doubt. Baja Bandito, how are you? You're not tardy. It's fine. It's only 9:22. I did the research. Manufacturer of the oil says GL4. Yeah, that's what I was saying. GL4. Honestly, you don't want to put GL5 and it messes with the brass. The lunch lady. Yep, that's her name. Yep. It's I think she's been in business like forever. I don't know, but there's two ladies and the trailer they pull, and it's all homemade food. It's not garbage. So I'm really excited about that. You're welcome, Darte. Just don't want to see you do something. Transmissions aren't cheap, you know what I mean? So it's kind of nice to make sure you use the right thing in there. The bolt-on brackets will work fine. I need to replace the spindles. Yeah. The only reason, Otto, is if somebody would like to do drop spindles. Otherwise, it really isn't a big deal, truthfully. I had to do some MIG welding on Saturday. Long sleeves, heavy gloves, and welding helmet way too hot. Yeah, it was, Bill. I welded the front apron the other day, and I still have my regular mechanic latex gloves on while I was welding. I didn't even wear long sleeves or anything. I got nailed a couple times, but not real bad. I kind of got lucky. Let me see. On the meet yesterday, they were asking 300 euros for a mild condition 60s steering wheel. Is that too much high? I don't know what 300 euros is. I don't know the conversion on it, in all honesty. But it depends on it. You know, I guess you said mint condition. I guess you meant mint. You're going to pay when something's in mint condition like that. There's no doubt. Awesome. Thank you for the input. I was interested in drop spindles, nor replacing them. Oh, wasn't order. Yeah, then just do the bolt-on kit. You don't have to worry about it. The only reason you would is drop spindles. That's the only reason you'd switch over to them. Lisa, what is up? How are you? And we're low tonight. We're at 48 people. Usually there's about 70. Doing well, thanks. Just getting sorting my haul. I got with the 55. Now, how cool is that? I seen the pictures. Where'd I see him at? Had to be Facebook, right? I'm pretty sure. But that is so cool. I remember looking at the pictures and saying something. You said it had to be Facebook, you know. Jonathan, hello from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And how are you, Jonathan? Tennessee, you're probably a little warm down there tonight. That was a crazy price for the steering wheel. Yeah, I can't convert right now. $351. Yeah, that's high. That's high. That's way too high. We've been having ICE raids. Yeah, they tried to snatch me up recently. And probably because when they were coming up the street, I was like, hola. And then they got bummed out. But no, I'm just kidding. I haven't noticed any around here, but I did see on one of my main routes that I travel, there was like 5, 6, 7, I don't know, black SUVs. They were all blacked out and they were flying down the road together. I don't know, but it might have been something completely else, but I've never seen them before. 300, 351. Yeah, $351. That's too high. I'm sorry. Go on eBay and look around then. I'm going to do a steering wheel restoration, but that won't be for about 4 weeks. I'm taking one of my old steering wheels that's all cracked, and I'm going to restore it on video. I think it'll be a fun video to do. And then, I don't know. I'll give it away, sell it cheap, raffle it off. Who knows? Hey, Gamer, what is up, buddy? And hi, Jonathan. I messaged you with the pictures. Okay, I apologize, Baja. It's either I'm on the group or Facebook on the feeds or, you know, privately, but I knew I seen the pictures and was like, oh man, nice. You did good. You really did. You don't see them around. And Lisa's laughing. And where are we at there? He said, geez, less people tonight because I'm here. Sorry, people avoid me because I'm a gassy boy. No, we're almost at 60 now. Some are running in late. Make sure you hit the like button, folks, please. 57 people and 46 likes. We need the algorithm up. Oh, 62. Let me see. That's what I thought. Way too much money. It is. Darte, that's too high. You don't want to pay that. Somebody's just being greedy there is what's happening. It's been wild in our area in California. Oh, yeah. Okay. I forgot where you were. Actually, I got to call Uncle Bon in Compton and see what's going on because I don't know if they're getting messed with there or not. You know what I mean? And he's gassy. I have a transmission leak where the axle goes into the transmission on the passenger side. Can I remove the right hand out shaft and pop that so, or do you have to take the right hand cover off? Do you have a swing axle or an IRS? I don't know the way you're saying it, where the axle goes into the transmission. Sounds like you have a swing axle, I'm guessing. But watch my video that I did when I did my swing axle, if that's what you have, and you'll get an idea on what you need to do. It depends where your leak's at. I'd actually scrub it off and hose it real quick and then detect what is actually leaking on it so you don't waste your time either. And YouTube for a long time, but Rick is fine. Azusa, California. And yes, I've been around YouTube 20 years now on my oldest accounts. And OG, man. Glenn's OG. And he is. And Roger, what is up, buddy? A little late? There, you're fine. It ain't that late. You making your rip hand removable and think about doing mine? I actually just brought that up somewhere today. I think in our group on Facebook. And yes, I am. Since the front apron's done now, I'm going to move the back, throw the fenders on, and the rear apron real quick because VW Trends Magazine's coming here July 13th. Yeah. And that's why Oliver's got to be here, because he's got to be in some pictures. I think he's a cool young dude, and it'll be fun for the magazine. So Darren, make sure he's got his gear on. I'm going to hurry up and try to get a rear removable apron fitted properly before they get here, just so the car's kind of in one piece. But yeah, I really do want to do that. A1 OG YouTuber. Let me see here. Oh, 73 IRS. Oh, no. On the video I did on the IRS is when I removed the axle. I just changed the seals. They almost look like seals that you would put in a rotor. So I do have a video on that you might want to check out. They're really not that bad to change. Originally from San Juan, hosted the unit, been down there in a few days, dropped my engine off of a brother's for machine work. And Jonathan, West North Carolina, usually go to circle your wagons each spring and fall. And year one for sure, but months after they started before Google ever owned it. Yeah, I wish they didn't, Glenn. They're greedy. They're greedy. It isn't just me. I'm pretty sure I was 20 years last month. Congrats to you, brother. That is awesome. That really is. I like your intro because it shows you you're on a cafe runner. That's what we call them up here anyhow. And you could tell it's an older clip from a video. And I think that's really cool. Me and Heather were watching today while we ate dinner or lunch. I don't know which one it was. Maybe a brunch. Leaking where the CV joint connects to the transmission. You're going to need to change your cylinder. I did a video, Jonathan. Just check my playlist for transmission, and you'll see where I did a seal on there. It's really, really not hard to do, and it's very cheap to do, unless your CV joint boot's leaking grease. Toby, you never go to the transmissions. That's pretty cool. And the rest cut off dog dragged me into the lake because he was way too happy. That ain't fun. I don't, but my brother and I are looking for an outlet. You'd be fine one. And Jason said, hey there, I just replaced my steering box, front beam, stock spindles, new tie rod, steering dampener. He did everything. My steering is so tight, I have to use two hands to turn the wheels. This okay? No, that's, well, if you did, I've seen people complain lately about ball joints being really tight. So truthfully, your ball joints could be tight if they're brand new. And I hate to even put it so mildly, but I have seen that happen to a few people. You didn't mess with your steering box though, did you? And like crank the adjustment tight? I'm curious. YouTube's only 4 months old when I got started. People with 1,000 subscribers were considered big shots. Oh yeah. When YouTube was new, like I vaguely remember it, you know, and I even thought, wow, that'd be cool. But I thought, nobody's on there. I'm not wasting my time. That was stupid, wasn't it? JD, what is up, brother? Flying home to Florida tomorrow morning. Happy to report I was able to get the PA, get the bug up running well enough to take my nine-year-old mom out for a ride to drive to town. Oh, that is great, JD. I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you, brother. I hope that all worked out great. I really do. I have the pictures. I think you sent them to my email. I'm a little behind on my email right now, though. But I hope she got some custard. I know you wanted to take her out for that. I do pay attention. I hope that went well, brother. She had to be really surprised. I can't imagine how she felt. Let me see here. Awesome JD. The old YouTube didn't pay, though. Google implemented that despite Google greed. Yeah, they're greedy. That's for sure. Like your money goes up, and then all of a sudden it magically starts going down. And then in the winter, they kind of really don't want to pay you. So I always said, I make like a tiny amount, but I put out a mass amount of money to keep it going. And it's okay because people need these videos. But Google, they really are greedy. There's no doubt about that. Let me see. That was at Duckman. Hey, Jorg, what is up, brother? Finally cool enough in Indy to sit out back and watch the fireflies while sipping bourbon on the rocks. Ooh, what kind of bourbon? We need to know. This is very important. No, I did adjust it just to take away the slack. Oh, okay. Long as you didn't. Oh, what's up? Long as you didn't get crazy and crank it down, you know what I mean? But you know what, Jason, I have heard people complaining with new ball joints being real tight at first. So that could possibly be it. It's what I'm saying so far. Jason, I just slop out of mine as well. And no, it didn't make it tight. And I was just strapping young buck 20 years ago. Now I just drink too much for it all the time. Well, do that. You can open up a whole new channel with that, Glenn. Bought a complete axle beam, Parts Geek, $479 delivered, but those ball joints are tight. Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot. In all honesty, you're gonna have to work that out on it. What I did on some ball joints, I don't care. I drilled a hole, used the bottom tap, put some fittings on, and greased the crap out of them. I don't think there's much grease in them when you get them. And Jason, I did a video on that too. If you check my front beam, I greased. I drilled some holes and put fittings in the shock tires and filled them with grease because they rust from the inside out. I like bourbon. I just thought of a song. I like bourbon, scotch. My brain stuck. I can hear George Thorogood. I'm just getting started under a year at 51. And I just picked up a third Type 3 at 72 fastback. Wow, you hit the jackpot. And Smoke, we're never too old to start anything. I'll be 61 in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something. Let me see. Man, your third Type 3 and a fastback. I want a fastback really bad, but they're not plentiful near my house at all. What's the ducks going on? Quentin, how are you? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Yep, I greased them with the needle. I watched your YouTube vid. Okay. Yeah, you're going to have to just work with them a little bit. No, nothing does have Zerks anymore. But just be careful because I don't really have advice on that because I hear so many people complaining about them being tight at first. And make sure also you didn't over-tighten your castle nut on your ball joint. You know what I'm saying? This sad, nothing has grease fittings. Yeah, nothing does. That's why I install them on everything now. Saw Mrs. Slade's pond video, but I did notice a small bridge across the stream. Thought it might make a good place for the trolls you mentioned last week. I mean, honestly, she added a couple more fish. I think 5. But some of them are like massive. Now there's little ones going, whoa, there's a lot of big dudes here, But the pond's holding water now. She did a great job. Heather hasn't been filming, just a couple shorts real quick now. It come out. It's comfortable to sit at. It really is. Jim Beam refill batch. Bought a case of it a couple years ago. Pretty decent straight up flavor. I never heard of that one, in all honesty. I heard of the vanilla, but you got to really like vanilla. You know what I mean? It's pretty good. Schmuck, I'm older than you. I'm 52. And I love Heather's pond. Thank you, Alita. She's put a lot of work into it. I'm building her something tomorrow for it. It's out of PVC with net so she can set it on there. because them damn blue herons come and want to eat the fish, and them koi are not cheap. So I got to build that. I think it's 15 or 16 feet long, 8 feet wide, and the pond I think is about 3 foot deep. So it's the fish should get pretty big in it, you know. And thank you, Otto. Thank you very much. I will tell Heather. I turned 52 on the 29th of May. Time goes quick, trust me. July 18th, I'll be 61, but I still feel good though. I really do, in all honesty. But yeah, the pond has been I don't know, it's been a fight for her for a couple of years though, with a couple leaks and aggravation. She herself, with a big concrete mixer, because I was busy doing other things, she concreted with Portland cement that whole entire pond, and that was a lot of work. But she likes messing with concrete. But a long story short, it after COVID crap started, they removed some ingredients they couldn't get a hold of for the Portland cement, and it started absorbing the water in like a leak. So then she had to go buy a liner and line it over the concrete. What a nightmare. Served me Maple Knot Creek once at the bar, and I still have the flavor in my mouth 3 years later. If I can figure out a way to get a bottle to you, Slade, I will. Yeah, don't get in trouble, George. I think you're only a state away. I could probably make the trip. George Stoger, I drink alone. That's what went through my mind. No joke. That's a ton of work. Yeah, it is, Baja. She had, even at our other house before we had moved, I don't know, like 18 years ago or something, she had a pond there too. She just loves that zen feeling of sitting out by the pond and relaxing, although she never does. She mostly just works on it nonstop and then goes in and takes a shower, get cleaned up. And she really did a good job on it. I don't have a vision for that stuff. And when she was talking about the long streams and the waterfalls, and I'm like, I don't know. And it is amazing. It feels like you're in a forest somewhere with streams in that. I have no vision for stuff like that, you know. And yeah, it is her zen. There's no doubt about that, brother. Did we order extra cheese? Got extra cheese or provolone, or getting pineapple, green olive? Ew, yuck. I like extra cheese though. I probably eat too much cheese. And koi ponds are a lot of work. They are smoke. Pineapple is pizza. I didn't realize it when she started messing with those, but you know what? It's her hobby though. Like us guys with our stuff smoke, you know, that's her hobby. But the game warden or whoever it is showed up a while back and gave her a habitat sanctuary plaque or something because she turned the yard into a habitat for animals that come and make their home here and feed and all that. So that was actually pretty cool. Let me see. You try and use a net we used to catch shad, crab, crayfish as well, minnows. The fish net is pretty big. Walmart Academy. I sent you a picture to Heather if it can work. Yeah, you know what? She has a big black net on there right now, Alita, and it works. And we put some fishing line around so the blue heron can't get through. Them things are pretty big. Some are 5 foot tall, but it's so hard to keep taking the net off. So I said, let me get a 1/2-inch PVC pipe, make a big square because it's light, you know, make a frame out of it, put the net around it, zip tie it tight, and then she can just lift the whole thing off, hang it on the fence, and it's easier than messing with the net. So, but right now the net is still in her, just the way you're describing, Alita. My nephews have never met a pond they didn't pee in. It's almost a game now. Yeah, with kids, yeah. Smoke said, cool. And that pond and stream is awesome. I fight the herons on occasion as well as murderous raccoons. Jorg, we've been lucky with the raccoons. Funny you brought that up. Heather just said that the other night. I guess she belongs to some pond groups or something, maybe on Facebook. I'm not sure. And she said everybody was complaining about the raccoons. The only thing they're doing here, which is really weird, now they're having a hard time getting into the property. They go in there and like wash their hands and face in the stream and they leave because we have cameras set up. But them herons, oh, they're brutal. They're relentless. We did lose some fish. There's no doubt about that. But right now the herons can't get to them. But it's just like you, George, like you said, it's a fight. It's a murderous thing with them. And sometimes the blue herons will come in and just kill the fish and leave. They won't even eat them, which is kind of weird. But like Jurassic Park stuff. But thank you for the compliment. I wish she'd film some more, but she hasn't, due to people acting like idiots in the comments. She's like, I don't got time to play games like that, or putting her down, stuff like that. Don't be surprised when Bigfoot shows up. He likes those kind of streams. Oh, geez, don't say that, Otto. Heather always watches all the Bigfoot and Sasquatch sighting stuff on YouTube. She's into that. That was a big thing in the 70s, though, in all honesty. My nephews are in their 20s. Oh, they're not kids then. They're just having fun. Use a curtain rod. It is cheaper. Actually, the PVC Elite, I already had some. I just needed a couple more sticks. It was like $8 or something. But I didn't want to put nothing too heavy. I wanted something light where she could just lift it up and walk away and hang it on the fence at the back of the yard. But it's a shame we even have to do this, because it's such a beautiful thing to sit there. And during the day, she don't even take the net off sometimes, because she may be out there for a couple hours and then we're leaving to go somewhere, so she don't want to have to mess with it, But we never even knew about blue herons until, well, quite a few years ago, when the neighbor said, watch for the blue herons. And Heather's like, what the heck is that? We found out because they showed up. I just had a raccoon in one of my daughter's dumpsters, and I didn't know until I was dumping it in a landfill. Oh, little guy was booking us. Load slid out. Yeah, I'll bet everybody was shocked. They've built so many homes near me, and now I want to move. I'd like to move to the country really bad with a big shop. But long story short, they're building so much near me. There's almost no trees or land left. And now all the animals, you're seeing them running across streets everywhere like they don't know where to go. It's actually sad. Some of these people with the big money, and I won't name names on here, but they're buying up all the farmland and just building. And they're building fast. These homes must be like crap or something, Let me see here. I wonder if the herrings would bother the pond if chickens were around. Otto, probably not, but we're not allowed chickens. I have a third of an acre, privacy fence, and the township said no. And if you want them, it's $3,000 a year for a license or whatever. Come on, I'd rather move first. I get frustrated with this township. We live in a nice area, but if I go down the road 5 minutes, then everybody has chickens down there, though. It's actually very disturbing. And we really did want some. Heather wanted some ducks, too. You'll find Bigfoot chilling by the pond drinking younglings. Yeah, those are good. It's their way. Might have their toes in water. George, I just pictured that, A friend of mine raised a mud cat. He took out to a river. A few years later, he made it in a pond. That night, a raccoon ate well. Super bummer. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm sure that wasn't delightful. Hey, Mike, how are you? Welcome in. And Rick said, oh, he was laughing at Shork. I know a guy with ducks. Yeah, actually, I know where I can get some. Heather wanted some in the yard. She really did. You and me both. I'd love to move in Texas country, but I told you we'll start over another 30-year mortgage. Oh, I won't do another mortgage, Alita. I'll use cash equity from my house and just buy one. I don't want to deal with a mortgage at my age at 61. We did talk about it a lot today, although Heather gets very stressed out about moving and starting all over at our age. We just got this house almost done. That's the sad part. But I would love to move to the country. I'd do a lot more filming too, more peaceful, quiet. Sometimes now with my neighbors screaming and carrying on and acting like idiots out in the street, I have to stop filming sometimes and do it another day. And that can become frustrating. The fires are driving out the wildlife here. And when my mountain cars drove through the neighborhood the other night, caught on everyone's ring cams. Yeah, I imagine, Toby. And tell Liam hi if he's sitting there. I don't know if he's at DQ tonight or not. But yeah, mountain lion come through. They have nowhere to go. And even in our neighborhood, I'm seeing turkeys, I'm seeing deer. all kind of stuff, you name it. I never even seen them that much before, but they have ripped on within the last 2 years. Like, bam! Now they just sold another place up the street from me, which they're going to slam a bunch of Ryan hums in, or Miranda, or whatever they're called, or a bunch of little shoe boxes they put in. And our traffic is getting so bad, it's ridiculous. He was in here earlier. Now I'm trying to think who we were talking about. Damn, I don't know who Schmuck meant. He was in here earlier. And we can have chickens and ducks out here, and you believe it or not, no permit needed, but they have to be caged. Oh, wow. Yeah, just down the street from me. And there's even a city close by that has chickens running around their yard. It's fenced in, but not our township. They're like the Gestapo here. Blue herons have existed for 1.8 million years. They're related to some birds that they back 14 million years. You know, it's funny you said that, Neil, because we got a couple of them on camera. I think Heather has one on her YouTube channel, a short. Wow. Like the first time I seen one, I thought I was watching Jurassic Park on my camera. I'm like, what the hell is that? And I could tell it was walking through her arbor. Well, her arbor's 6 foot tall. This thing was tall. And I don't know if you remember Jurassic Park, the bird cage thing, that bridge, when that bird slowly turned and just looked. It did it at our camera and freaked me out. It looked evil. He's out walking the dogs and just sent me a picture of the big snake he ran across. Oh, cool, cool. I didn't know if he was Ice Cream City tonight or not, brother. We got to make sure we tell Liam hi. Oh, ducks. Okay, okay. Yeah, he might have stepped in and out. You can't have ducks either. No, Otto. They are, I get so mad because we literally, you know, there's one string I could probably pull, but I don't feel like fighting with the township, is Heather has that award. It's in the yard. It's probably in her videos, that plaque for, what's that called, Heather? I thought she was in. She just said National Wildlife. It says something else, though, like
it's a wildlife habitat.
Wildlife habitat. They certified her as that. I could really push it with them, but I don't feel like becoming enemies with all the commissioners and all the police because they're all tied in together. So we're kind of screwed. It sucks. But no, we're not allowed ducks either. Sure, so people will know Slade is on. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I really did. Thank you, Mike. Duckman was in there earlier. He's here. Let me see here. Wait a minute. No free roaming chickens or ducks. Have to be in small cages or pens only. Yeah, I wouldn't like that very much, truthfully, James. That stinks. I mean, I'm still here for some reason. The chat froze when I was chasing chickens in. Well, we were talking about chickens and ducks because Heather wanted them here, Glenn. And nope, our township's had 3,000 a year license to have one and a bunch of crap. It's just wrong. I hate the suburbs. I really do. I need to move to the country because I'm not fitting in here. Is there a link to her channel? Heather. Oh, where's she? Can you put a link to your channel in the chat? I'll have her. Thank you, Schmuck. I'll put a link in. She don't really do a lot like she used to. I mean, she just kind of like will put one up once in a while. But people are nasty. And she's a female. It ain't fair. Started saying really nasty things. It's like, why do that? You know, but then again, people do that online because they're not in person doing the crap no more. You know, it's in person they don't. Online they do. I mean, herein is the reason I got pulled into the lake. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, Schmoke, I know you wouldn't do that. No, I know that. I just, it's a shame what people do. It's just ignorance, you know, is what it is. Slade needs a pallet of ducks. Hey, Heather, love the fish you added to the pond. She should see that, Toby. She's actually doing something in the kitchen, maybe making me something cool. Let me see. I would love a couple of ducks, but the wife wouldn't. And everyone tell Heather we love her pond. There are no specific laws about keeping ducks or any other birds, though. I might get an ostrich. Well, Glenn, they came down hard where I live, and somebody sent me a picture recently, and I didn't mess with them over it, but somebody said, look at these chickens and ducks. And I'm like, cool, where's that picture from? He goes, down the street from you. I'm like, what? And he said, guess who lives across the street? I'm like, I don't even know where that's at. He goes, it's down the street from you, and the commissioner lives across the street. It's his neighbor, so they're allowed. That's the kind of crap we deal with, you know? Sending Heather hugs. Thank you. Cleaning kitchen. I thought so because I kind of made it pretty nasty out there, especially the stove. Ugh. Michael, what is up? How are you, brother? Mr. Bunting. She's making pizza and cookies. Oh, I should make pizza later tonight. I could go for that, Kevin. Hey, Kevin and Darren and Bob and April, Kendall. Callahan said he would come. I heard that. I am going to do the homemade beanless chili dogs for the brunch. And Heather's going to make ham barbecue sandwiches in case you don't like chili dogs. Homemade chili dog sauce I make. And macaroni salad. So that's what's on the platter for the brunch. And then, of course, Eaton Park Friday night. I'm so excited. I can't wait. We're going to have a 3-day bash. It will be fun. Your Lucky Duck Man, seeing your videos. They are so cool. They are. They are. And at Heather, thank you. Heather, come join in. Slade can clean the kitchen. Hey, no. I do help clean up. I really do. But we have, like, Heather bought all black and stainless steel appliances, and I can't clean them right. They're clean, but they're all smeared up real bad. I can't seem to get them right. So when I clean, she'll go, thanks, hon, that type of thing. And then she cleans again. Like, all right, well, maybe I got the heavy stuff out of the way. I'm excited too, April. I just called you April, Kevin. You believe that? But anyhow, I'm excited too. I am. Because to me, it's 3 days. Friday night, then Saturday during the day. Then I'll figure out a time for Sunday for the brunch. It'll probably be like noonish or 1, right around there. It'll give me time to get up and get everything cooked and ready. But I think that's going to be fun. We'll hang out by the pond. I'm hoping it don't rain, or we'll be sitting in the air conditioning in the house. So, but we got to all keep Oliver company. I imagine as a young boy, he may get bored without any other kids. So we're going to have fun, keep him company. I don't know how Lily will act. She's like most people over like bowling pins when she wants to play, or I would leave her out with him and he would have a ball all day with her. So, I mean, we'll test the waters with that. She would never hurt him, though. It is a shame that people are rude to someone who's taking their time and money to content help others. So many negative people ran off some good peeps. You know what, Baja? I said that to Heather. I said you need to ignore them. But at the same time, I understand. Females don't want to be put down like that. And I have a strange suspicion it's other female YouTubers. I've dealt with a couple other YouTubers doing ignorant stuff to me, and I just ignore it. But, Glenn has been wonderful to me, Duckman. We talk daily, and he's been wonderful. Put me in his video today. You have to watch his video, his latest video, to see what we did together, technically speaking. You got to watch his video. It was great. He made me smile. But it is a shame what people do. And I always have a saying, I'm going to say it, not being ignorant, but back in the day, you didn't say stuff to people. You got your teeth punched in. But now everything's internet keyboard. So people are, the chest out and doing ignorant stuff. Like, why do that? Why do that for? It's so wrong, But I told her, I says, you need to film more. I enjoy when Heather films. I really, really do. Chili dogs. Someone say chili dogs. Oh, James likes chili dogs. I make homemade sauce, beanless. So I don't like beans. I don't know why, but I make that and melt some cheese, toast the buns, do the whole thing. And I already bought my supplies. I just got to buy the buns at the last minute so they're fresh, But I figured just in case somebody don't like chili dogs, Heather's making ham barbecue. I don't know if that's a Pittsburgh thing or a nationwide thing, ham barbecue. I don't know, but she's making them. They're really, really good. Funny thing is how they assume that you make a lot of money for doing it. No, there's not a lot. I'm in debt doing this car. I wish there was a lot of money in it. I really do. But I will say people buying T-shirts, stickers, making donations, it does help. It really, really does. And I appreciate that. But there's not a ton of money on YouTube. sadly, the only thing I see that really does well with a lot of hits is pranking people and stuff. And I just don't, I can't. I like what I do because these videos are helping people just the way Glenn does them. I do them, some others. I like helping people, and the videos do help. Tuna fish and raisin pizza with extra marshmallows. Glenn, brother, where did you come up with that? I never heard of it. Doug Man, disgusting. I think he did that on purpose. Don't forget to zero Doug Man. Oh my God. I knew he was going to say something. We were all just waiting. We want to meet Lily. I've been considering it, Kevin. She won't hurt you. I mean, I did walk by Heather. She's Mummy's little girl. I walked by Heather and smacked her on her rear end when she was at the counter the other day. Lily got in between us and like puffed her chest out. And I'm like, really? I mean, but she's not a mean dog. She's an excellent guard dog. But when people are here chilling out and having fun, she's a good dog. The only problem is she thinks everybody's here to see her, and she wants to play and climb up in your lap, and she's 112 pounds. So I put a collar on her. It buzzes and beeps because I won't put it in shock mode. I don't need to. But when I beep it, she'll look at me, and I go, no, don't do that, and she'll walk away. But she would actually be really good with Oliver. I'm just afraid she would knock him over or something because when she plays, it's game on. Throw the ball. Okay, I'll come back at you 100 miles an hour to bring you the ball. You know? So, Henry Howell did actually make a pizza with maple syrup on it. It was awful. I'll bet it was. Let me see here. I got to check, make sure I didn't miss anything. Jealousy, isn't that one of the 7 deadly sins? I think it is. I know there's greed. What is that? I forget now. What is it? Sloth, greed. I can't hear her. Heather's too far. That's funny you said that because I watched something about that not too long ago. We call them keyboard bravery. Oh, James, it is. It's keyboard warriors. I don't. I'm pretty kind to people, but sometimes somebody will leave a comment, and I'm like, really? You wouldn't do that in real life. People are disgusting. They really are. But I got to be honest. 98% of the comments I get, or emails, or messages on Facebook, I'm very fortunate. I really am. I get a lot of good comments, a lot of great folks. I really, really do, in all honesty. I just get some once in a while that go, how do you do this, like in a message? And I don't answer them for like 2-3 hours because I'm not near my phone. And then they start swearing. Where the hell are you at? I'm waiting on an answer. I'm thinking, dude, you didn't pay me. Like, be patient with me just for a couple of hours. I'm busy. I don't get it too much, but I do once in a while. Let her even negative comment is good for a creator. Let positive increase her algorithm count. Yeah, she put that short up today. I forget what. Yeah, that was the fish because I put one up of the Volkswagen bus. Heather actually took it for me while we were showing. I didn't know, and I got a couple dislikes, and I'm like, that's somebody being a wise guy. Like, why would you even hit dislike on that stuff? You know, and it is either way. It's still algorithm. You're right. I'm good to everybody on YouTube unless they decide to be nasty. I often won't even engage with them. I use tools available to fix them instead. Yeah, and Glenn, you know what? Since I've been talking to you, you know, honestly, you're more kind than people even know. I can tell by your personality. Although I look forward to your messages because, you know, we have probably too much fun in messages. But you're a kind person, and you're like me. You're kind until you can't be, you know. But I seldom run into that, you know. I try to be nice to people just like you. I try to joke and have fun. Life's too short, but we get them ones once in a while that they're not for your best intentions. And I'll leave it at that. It's actually sad. I try to give everybody a boost and push them, you know, to do better. Not that I know everything, because I don't. Let me just say that's why I love this community. I've never felt bad for asking to post anything. Nothing but love from you guys. Thank you. You're welcome, Toby. It is a good community. And even on my group, I'm sure some people get frustrated sometimes because they'll put something up for sale. And I'm like, no, don't do that. You're not screwing somebody on my group or our community group, and then it just looks bad. So there's classified ads for that. I try to keep people from arguing on the group, which has been pretty successful. Everybody seems to get along pretty good. So far, so good, you know. It's just ignorant and needs to learn, but if they get nasty after that, then I solve that problem too. Well, you have to, Glenn, and I agree, brother. I understand completely. I mean, for the most part, most are pretty decent, you know what I mean? But you do get them some, you know, it's either ignorance or jealousy or sarcasm, and it's like, okay, I'm pretty thick-skinned, so nothing really phases me, but I'm not going to let everybody sit there and have to view that, you know what I mean? Yes, feds are very informative, help to a job, right, Duckman, etc. Much appreciated, and thank you for saying that, Dennis. Honestly, there's lots of great Volkswagen stuff all over the internet. I mean, there really, really is. It isn't just me; it's everywhere. And I noticed that most of you folks belong to like 20 of our channels. You know, I don't have 20 channels, that come out wrong, but you know what I mean. Me, Duckman, the rest, there's so many that it's kind of just like changing a channel on your TV. Like, okay, I watched All in the Family, now I'll watch the Jeffersons. You know what I mean? It's kind of beneficial that way to us. Let me see here. Your videos bring back some good memories for me. I can't believe I did what I did before YouTube. Oh, Mike, make no mistake. And I appreciate that. I'm glad it brings back memories, but heck, when I was, 14, 15, I didn't even have a Bentley manual then. I had a Chilton's manual. It was really crappy. I didn't even have a Haynes. And I don't really know how at that age. I don't really know. I was just fixing them and started getting used to them. There was no internet, nothing. And now I look and I'm spoiled because I'm like, what was that torque again? And I go to my phone real quick, like, oh, that's right. It was amazing. I think it was more fun before the internet, though. But that's just me being older, I think there was normality then, and I think the days went longer, which was nicer. But I think with these, I think that our days go fast, our months, our years go fast because we're very busy. Before, we didn't have nothing to do. We played Yahtzee, you know what I mean, or Scrabble, and enjoyed our evenings. I went too far with that. Your videos bring back memories. Okay. Hello. And Maria Rivera, good evening to you, and thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. Welcome aboard. And let me catch up here. Boom, boom, boom. Wow, I started gabbing there. I go way behind. And just like your video, Slade, I've learned a lot from the Duckman's videos as well. Thank you, James. Yes, I'm still learning stuff once in a while where I'm like, oh, crap, forgot about that. It's been a while. I make pizza dough with Nutella, marshmallows, peanut butter. It's delicious. Maria, I have never tried that, but I admit that one does sound good. That one really does. Play mode activated. Have you ever tried your hot dogs topped with chili, red onions, ketchup, mustard, melted cheese, sauce, and potato sticks? No, but that actually sounds pretty good too, in all honesty. I make a beanless chili sauce for hot dogs. It's got a smoky flavor, but a little bit sweet. That's the best way I can explain it, and it's been a big hit with my kids. Heather, who hates hot dogs, but she does eat them as long as I do that. Yes, people have keyboard. They think anonymous. They think they can get away with anything. Yeah, Glenn, you're right. That is exactly it. They're anonymous. Well, they think they are sometimes, and they can do anything, but sometimes it don't work well for them in the end. Fernando, good night to you. Thank you for stopping in. I always appreciate that very much. Sloths are cool, though. And Alita, checkmark. Gluttony. Yeah, gluttony is one, too. You're right. My secret to chili dog sauce is to use outdoor grilled burgers for the base meat. Pretty awesome flavored profile. That actually sounds good, George. I need a new grill. Mine rusted years ago. It's in the landfill somewhere, I guess. I don't know. But, well, no, I send that to the recycler. But honestly, I wished I did have a grill. Did you see the prices lately? I'm going to go on the marketplace and find somebody that's selling a gas grill that's the elements are bad and gut it out because they're nice and solid grills and use it for a charcoal grill. I think that would be awesome. Yes, auto jealousy is one of the deadly sins. Yeah, it is. Jealousy is an ugly thing, though. I don't like jealousy. I tracked down one abuser who turned out to be a 13-year-old boy. I found his mom went to her workplace with screenshots of his behavior. Wow, Glenn, you need to teach me some tricks. I'd like to find out how a few of them do that crap. I mean, a 13-year-old kid, like, should he be out riding his bicycle or something? I mean, holy crap. Alita, okay, greed, gluttony, sloth, wrath, pride, lust, envy. Thank you, April. I knew them, but my brain, can't remember. My daughter always said something. It cost absolutely nothing to be nice. My daughter always said that, and she's right. It doesn't cost anything to be nice. It is what it is, sadly. Evening all, hope all was well. Internet killed the video start. Where you been? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate that. Just to clarify, working on VWs is not one of those I did. It's actually a joy in life. It's a joy some days. So you're trying to fabricate some new crappy parts to work. Web trolls do not have a life, so they try to tear others down. Rick, that was very well put, in all honesty. You are right about that. That was very well put. Let me see here. I got to catch up. Hey, moving on up to the east side. And are you moving? I didn't know if he was joking or not. Slades, I believe you love your channel because of the helpfulness to this community like today. And Andy and the guys give us some advice on the apron. Thanks so much for all you do. Appreciate so much. You're very welcome, Maria. You're very welcome. Andy is an awesome guy. There's quite a few because I can't sit on that group all day, but I'm sure you know that, between house stuff, the garage and all that. But I created that group and have quite a few people on there that will jump in and help. They're really good at what they do. And Andy is a great guy. I remember seeing your pictures today, now that you said that, in all honesty. Your star, I can't believe it's pretty much July 2 of 25. Oh, truthfully, this year's going fast, really fast already. As female, and of course, some of the guys suck, was taking advantage of Los Angeles top guys all over Instagram. They got I was woman and I have a family. I'm not looking for someone. I wouldn't want to be a female and have to deal with guys now, in all honesty, or places to take your vehicle. Like, I don't know. People try to take advantage of each other way too much, and I can't comprehend doing that. I end up doing free work all the time just to be cool, as long as they pay for the parts. And let me see how to keep your Volkswagen alive. I have it sitting, my book's over there. John Muir. I patched my floorboards using scrap grill stand parts. Hey, it works. I actually acquired a stop sign like a while back as a joke. Ugh. And somebody was patching their floor, like, what are you doing with that sign? I'm like, go ahead. And they used the stop sign. Heather, do you have a P.O. box where we can send you a gift? No, she actually don't have a P.O. box. And she said that a while ago. She's like, every once in a while somebody sends something, but I don't have a P.O. box. I'm like, don't worry. She's not near she should be in next week's chat, Maria. I appreciate that. And maybe she can talk to you privately on where to mail something to. But I probably should get a P.O. box, and I just keep messing around about it, sadly. I can tell you're in Texas to Alita. Not moving. That was about you saying you'll turn the channel to the Jeffersons. Moving on up. We had a lot of shows then. We really did. How you figure Rick Davies and Slade, if you use a gas grill for charcoal, drop a sheet of metal into the bottom to prevent corrosion and burn through. The ash will eat up the gas grill at the bottom. Thank you, Jorg. No, I didn't know to do that. So I'm actually glad you said that. I have so much metal because the guy that had the scrapyard, the Beetles that were just gone. They just absolutely were completely gone. But what never goes, Jorg? The roof. So he cut a Beetle roof off for me and another Beetle roof. He's like, this is good old German metal. So I can cut a sheet of that and lay it in there. So thank you for telling me that, because I really didn't even think about that part. I just figured the lid, even the little charcoal grills now, it's ridiculous what they want for them. And they rust out fast. They're poo-poo. They're junk now. Because that is how all Texas dogs should be. Absolutely, I'd love to send you guys something. Oh, I hope it's a new car. Sorry, I was watching The Price is Right the other night. Maria, if you're on Facebook, just shoot me a message on there, or my email, but that is very sweet of you. It really is. Heather Sue said, thank you for the fast delivery on the magnets and stickers. I don't know if she's watching the screen real closely, but I appreciate the support. I really, really do. Here, let me do something a minute here. Cheaters. There's my email. I really, really appreciate that. It's easier to communicate that way with shipping stuff and that. But Maria, that's very sweet to you. It's very warm-hearted to think that way. I appreciate that. Look at this studio filled with fabulous prizes. I was watching the old 70s reruns of The Price is Right, old Bob Barker and the Hot Models and all the crap. I was watching it for the cars. I'm odd like that, I know. But I'm listening. Okay. I didn't know if you were busy out there. Heather actually came across that one night on YouTube, because I did away with cable, like, I don't really know, 6, 7, 8 years ago now. It's been a while. I got tired of $200 a month and not watching it, or the same crap, or pharmaceutical commercials all day. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. But we use YouTube for TV, or a couple of them free apps. I forget what they are, but Heather come across the old Price is Right shows the one night. And a brand new Chevy Chevette and a brand new Pinto. And I'm like, oh my God. It was fun to watch. I really enjoyed it, in all honesty. That was the old Wheel of Fortune intro before it was cash. Yeah, before it was cash. I honestly, the Wheel of Fortune I watched, Price is Right, the Squares, the Squares, Hollywood Squares, I think it was called. We had a lot of game shows then, or maybe there is a lot of game shows still on it. I really don't know with regular TV. Smoke said, yep. There was a lot of great shows on then. There really was, and it was some good times. It was a different type of humor. I watched Dean Martin's celebrity roasts on YouTube. They roast John Wayne or Carol Burnett or Lucille Ball. You couldn't do that now. People would have a heart attack with how they talked. I thought it was hilarious. That's what we grew up with, and the Dean Martin celebrity roast were really, really fun to watch. They were a clean humor. They were funny. I really enjoyed those shows. I'm glad that they do put them on YouTube. Somebody's uploading them. Old TV shows are cool for the cars, to think these cars roam the streets like it was normal, because it was. Otto, you're right, because I was watching Adam 12, Emergency. There was something else. The guy with the Firebird, James Garner. Forget that. But I was watching it, and all the Beatles, of course. I'm going, look, there's a Fastback, there's a Beetle. Even the old Gumball Rally movie, when you start watching them, it's like, wow, there's a lot of old cars in the background that are really, really cool. I love the old shows too, Kevin. I really do. And the music. I like all 60s and 70s music a lot. Oh, no, I have to show the jingle in my head. I'm going to be changing the jingle at the beginning of my videos soon. It's been that way for 4.5 years. Or 5. I don't really know. And Heather's like, no, don't do that, because I have that little jingle at the beginning of my videos. But I was thinking about changing it to something new, and Heather's like, I wouldn't do that. People were used to hearing that music at the beginning, so I don't know. And sensitivity is an issue. Smokes, it is. It is ridiculous, I'll be honest with you. This whole sensitive thing, it's like, come on, really? you can't handle life at all. Like, you can't joke anymore. I mean, it's ridiculous. Wayne, how are you, brother? I'm good. I'll be seeing you in a couple of weeks. It's coming up fast now, brother. He's coming in from Staten Island. And Emergency was my favorite in Chips. I liked Emergency. I did. And it kind of was a takeoff of Adam 12 too, so to speak. You know what I mean? The way that the two guys, I liked it. I really, really did. Do not change a jingle, you butthead. I wanted to do a different intro on my channel, but she said no because everybody's used to what I do now. So I guess I'll leave it alone. Dragnet was good. Dragnet was a good show. Since they're bringing up Some Make Me Smile, it's been a long time. Steve Yoda, hi there from the UK. Thanks so much for all the informative videos and rebuilding Swing Axe Gearbox videos you made so helpful. And thank you for the super chat. I really, really appreciate the donation, Steve. I'm glad the videos are helpful, but thank you from the heart. That is appreciated. I really appreciate donations very much. Good night, Alita. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day tomorrow, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. Rockford Files. That was it, Jorg. My brain stuck. I remembered James Garner, but I could not remember the name of that Rockford Files. I thought that was a good show. Smoke, I Love Emergency, and Quincy. Quincy I forgot about. Emergency must have been a big hit for a while, though, because Emergency and Adam 12 were on for quite some time. And everybody's telling Alita good night. Weber kettle grills are cheaper than some parts. I use mine all the time, many years, absolutely no rust. They just don't rust. Well, I can look into that, Neil. Thank you. I've heard of the name, in all honesty. I just bumped my mouse and everything went crazy. There we go. Mod Squad. Yeah, there was two guys and a lady. Mod Squad. I know that. And Starsky and Hutch was one of my favorites, too. I liked it. I liked the car, too, though. Dean Martin Roast are the best. They are, Rick. When you punch it in on YouTube, Dean Martin Celebrity Roast, they all come up, all of them. I could sit there for hours and watch them. Yep, Rockford Files was a good show. Heather likes that one. Yeah, I'm going to check everybody. Have a great week. Hey, have a great week, Bob. Thanks so much, brother. I hope you sleep well tonight, and I hope things are going well. We'll see you very soon. I'm so excited. Old movies, Shaft. Oh, wow, I forgot about that. A lot of the Clint Eastwood movies were pretty good, too. They were decent. There were so many shows back then. Night Court and Cheers. Yeah, we watched a lot of Cheers. We really did. And then Wings. We loved Wings. And the other one, Cheers, there was Wings from that generation. I forget what the other one we watched all the time. Ugh, it'll come to me. Probably at 3 a.m. when I wake up staring at the ceiling. Good night, Uncle Bob. And let me see. We'll all be together in a few weeks. The Baja Bull. And there are a lot of cool cars on shows. Good night, Bob. I'm trying to catch up here quickly. What about Fantasy Island? Oh, yeah. The plane boss. Love Boat. I made that one real quick. Wings, Daryl and Daryl. Wings was actually a good show. Heather went and bought the whole DVD collection or something off of Amazon. That was a good show. It really, really was. And of course, they're on today's shows to brag about. Not many, Mr. James. Not many, sir, at all. Things have changed, but one thing I have learned in life, everything changes. Nothing stays the same. We want it to, but it don't. I think that's why sometimes I try to move to the country just to get away from everything. I'll never quit filming. I may film more if I did that, in all honesty. Emergency pretty much introduced America the idea of paramedics, inspired many future paramedics too. I believe it, Jorg. I absolutely believe it. I liked that show even as a little kid. I remember sitting there watching it. And Adam 12, I liked that one too. It showed what they went through. I didn't realize, when I watched Adam 12 as a kid, I never really thought much, about what they went through when I was young. But when I got older and started watching it, I thought, I didn't know there was that much like drugs and crime that went on then. But when you're a kid, I guess you're not really exposed to it as much. But they were great shows. Wings was a good band too. Yeah, Paul McCartney. Didn't his wife pass away though? Like, I'm almost certain. We've lost a lot of good people now, though, in all honesty. I was pretty bummed out, not a musician, but that Val Kilmer passed away not too long ago. I really, really liked him a lot. Murder, She Wrote, April watches that a lot. I remember that show. I think Heather liked that show, Kevin. I'm almost sure Heather brought that up before Murder, She Wrote. I really do believe she did. Maybe that's road drove me to move out here. Still a lot of older cars on the road. Oh, yeah, where you're at. Yeah, I imagine there is. With me, I mean, there are a lot of cars around. I don't know where people are hiding them because when I go to a car show like today, there was 200-300 cars, and it's like, wow, that was just one little area I was in. So they're still out there. They really are. I just get frustrated with some because they'll hoard like 10 or 15 cars, and they won't work on any of them. And I'm going to fix them up one day. It's like, no, you're not. Please sell them to somebody that will actually get them on the road, you know. Went to get ice cream in our small town, New Hampshire day. I thought it was parked next to it near a Corvette. The daughter quickly, no, it was a McLaren. Oh, 68 got more attention. Poor guy. I believe it, though. I do. And I know the new Corvettes are pretty cool. McLaren. There's a lot of cool supercars, I call them. But they're not for me. I like the old cars. There's nothing that will ever change it. And I don't think it's these new cars. We have a newer Grand Cherokee. I'm glad I bought the bumper to bumper on it because, wow, the electronics on it is crazy. And I actually got to pull the intake manifold off to do the spark plugs. Isn't that great? And that's where the oil cooler was that started leaking recently. Can't forget about MASH. When we heard the intro, we knew it was almost time for bed. That's about right, too. And, you know, I used to hear that I knew it was time for bed. I'd be laying in bed, and that CBS or ABC, I don't know, they did the Monday night movie, the Tuesday night movie, and I'd hear that jingle from it, and I'm like, I got to go to bed now. So it's funny you brought that up. I bought property in the country 6 years ago, built my house. It's not country anymore. Oh, no. They just built a Publix within week walking distance. Schmokes, it's funny you brought that up, brother, because I go on that Realtor app and I use it like an arcade game. And I know where there's a lot of country. You know, maybe find a mobile home sitting on 5 acres. And it's like, okay, I'll build around it. And then also what I'm seeing, Schmoke, and you'll know, before I get to the houses on Realtor, before it's lot 1, lot 2, lot 3, lot 4, like acres and acres of land. Hi, baby. And it's like, well, they're selling all the property up now. And it's like, why should I go there? Because just like you said, then boom, everything's built up around it. It's actually sad. There's the angry cat, the rag doll. That's Heather's baby. But, you know, it's sad because Heather did say, what if we moved to the country and the next thing you know, they're building all around us? And I can't afford 100 acres. I don't have that kind of money. So it doesn't, I'm sorry, Schmuck, but it don't surprise me, brother. It really don't. Okay, Linda passed a few years ago. I thought so, Otto. I didn't want to say that and then be wrong and sound horrifying, but I thought she did. She wasn't very old, I didn't think, you know. Kojak. Oh, Darren, that's one of Heather's favorites. She loves Kojak. I forgot about him. Emergency had the same VW parked right near the station on the intro for years. Mike, I probably seen it, but can't remember. You know what I mean? But it was a good show. Adam 12, I was hooked on that one for a while. I really was, in all honesty. RVW stay the same despite everything changing. Yeah, you're right, Glenn. You're right, brother. Oh, Heather said, oh my God, favorite Kojak. She likes that. All these older shows, and watch the new version. Try Matlock with Kathy Bates. Amazing. Oh, I didn't even know they made a new Matlock. Wasn't that like Andy Griffith? Or I could be wrong. I thought Andy Griffith was Matlock. I can't remember. And I hear on that side, Slade and Roger, they shot an episode of Emergency in Seattle, and some of my friends got to be extras in the show. Oh, that's really cool, Roger. There ain't no shows like that no more. Bionic Man, yeah, yep. Airwolf with Jan Michael Vincent. We lost him too, sadly. He passed away. Wow, then the Bionic Woman and Wonder Woman. Oh, wow. Airwolf, Jan Michael Vincent, Blue Thunder, A-Team. Wow, you guys remember a lot more than I do. That's as soon as you say them, yeah. Let me see here. Killer. Funny fact on Batman TV series. Every single time Batmobile pulled up in front of the police headquarters, it was the same stock footage. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't watch Batman as much. So it could have been on at a weird time. I was out playing. I don't know. But I do remember watching it once in a while, though. I enjoyed the old Herman movies. Kind of corny, but can't help but make you smile. They're not corny about that, Kevin. I have the whole edition, or whatever you call it, to the Herbies. I love them. The first one's my favorite. Here's a funny movie for you, and it's free on YouTube. Some of you may have seen it. Some of you may not even know the movie. Some of you may say it's a stupid movie. It's called It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. There's a Beetle convertible in it. It is a great movie. Has lots of good actors in it from the 60s, and it's a good movie. It's free on YouTube right now. Magnum P.I. Yeah, Magnum P.I. was a great show. It had the Dobermans in it and everything. Yeah, just did Sue's Jeep a month ago. Oh, do you have the 3.6 in it? Placed a roll cooler and upper rad hose. Mine was still under warranty with that bumper to bumper, James. And Heather had come home, and one of her customers said, "Hey, your Jeep kind of take a pee on my driveway." And I'm like, these people like bleach their driveways. And I took it back to the dealer, and I'm like, hey, and it was the oil cooler. If I was smart when he had that intake off, I'd have said, I'll pay for the spark plugs, and he could have threw them in. I got to do the front and rear diff and the transfer case in a couple of weeks, drain and fill, which is fine. Transmission's just been serviced, the 8-speed, so hopefully I get longevity out of it. I talked to a guy today, long story short, at a car show, and they have the 3.6 speed in their fleet vehicles, and they got up over 300,000 miles on some of them. And other people are like, mine blew the transmission at 80,000. They're not servicing the stuff, apparently, if that's happening. Harry said, always happy to make another chat. I just did a whole bunch of welding on my frame head today. Davis, I applaud you, because I hate working on frame heads. I like cleaning them up, but it's like everything has got to be perfect, which I get it. But man, if you're off on a frame head, not fun. But I got that new Lincoln welder, that 90i MIG pack. Oh my God, do I love that thing. That is such a nice welder at a very reasonable price for a Lincoln. And I stink at welding, but my grinder works good, so it don't matter. But I kept burning through stuff, but that was me causing that. But congrats to you. Frame head work's not fun. Kevin Iola moves all of them, and I watched just 2 days ago. I could sit and watch old movies all the time. How about check transmission fluid in that Jeep? Now dipstick, because some dipsticks will order transmissions because they don't know better. Yeah, you know what? With this Jeep, you have to like run them, get into operating temperature, then pull the plug. If nothing drips out, you're low. If it does drip out, you're good. It's like a little weird game. Mr. Corey, how are you? And you're never late, brother. We're fine. We're still here for a little bit yet. I see that. Wait, I just bumped my cursor. There we go. I see you got your rag in, the rag top on his car. Thank you for putting the pictures up. It looks magnificent. I wished I could have helped you out with the jug thing, but like I said, I may not even do the stroker. I'm kind of like getting in that mood again, you know. Beautiful kitty. Thank you, Mike. That's Heather's rag doll. I never even knew that type of cat existed, but she wanted a rag doll. They're called the angry cats or something, but she's very sweet, so I don't know. They buy the family plots and oops, they clear cut and built subdivisions. Oh, man. So I said moving to the country, I don't know if it's going to matter, because it could be 3 years down the road and I'll see trees cut down and 50,000 houses around, you know. I live in the suburbs. I was raised in the city, to be honest, I was raised in the hood and I got along with everybody. I had less crap in the city than I do in the suburbs. Figure that one out. When I replaced Sue's Jeep oil cooler, I went to Dorman. Oh, I heard about that, James. The Dorman one was supposed to be better. And, the dealer's not allowed to put it on for me because I said to the master tech, I wouldn't let nobody touch it. I have that bumper to bumper. And I'm like, hey, you want to do the aluminum one for me? I'll throw a couple dollars out. So he says, I'm not allowed. So he said, but we did the upgraded version. I don't think there was a Mopar upgraded version one. Could have been, but I think they kind of like just tried to make me feel good. Mine took a PP at 60,000, the oil cooler. Emergency, stock footage too, watching emergency, same VW bus always parked out front. I can still hear that emergency, that alarm going off. That was me now. I'm down to 48 Ford and a 71 Super. I like the 71 and 72 Supers with the flat dash. They're a little easier to tend to with the wiring, and for pickup. And strange that Tom Brady, number 12, looks like one of the cops at Adam 12. Yeah, you're kind of right, aren't you? I never thought about that. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. Actually, I think that's on YouTube, Wayne. I'm almost certain it is. I really believe it is. I spent so much time being stationed overseas that I missed a lot of shows and disco. Oh, wow. Thank you for your service, Mike. First of all, I appreciate that. Just like Mr. Corey on here, just retired. And I forget how long he's been in, but it was over 20 years. I appreciate the service. Yeah, you miss a lot of shows when you're a little busy protecting our freedom. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better, stronger, faster. Anyone. Steve Austin, the $6 million man. Was it Austin? I think it was. That's why it is in Texas. I've been over 20 acres, but I refuse to pay HOA fees. Oh, yeah. Land is crazy expensive. It is not cheap. I'm going to start wearing shorty shorts like Magnum in my YouTube videos. Nice tight shirt. That was a big thing, and love that movie. So many stars that were funny. You might be talking about Mike when I said the Mad World, maybe. I'm getting delayed behind her. I'm messing around. Did someone say Herbie? I love the Herbie movies. I do. Spencer Tracy, Jonathan Winters, Mad. Yeah, there was, oh my goodness, Mickey Rooney, and there was just so many in it. I remember watching it when I was a little kid, and then later on, now I'm watching it. And now my son likes it, which is weird, for a 30-year-old. He's like, I love that movie. He always did. I thought he'd get bored with it. Just have the Ferrari to go with them. Chicky will bite your legs. Love Mad World. Let me catch up here. Let me scroll through as quick as I can because I really got behind. I'll get a Ferrari body kit for Volkswagen Pan. Well, that's like that movie. Here I go again. King of the Mountain, 1982 or 3, and they had the Porsche 356. I'm sorry, my brain. I loved that movie when I was a kid. I was like, that is one cool car. Here I found out later, I read an article. No wonder I liked it. It's a Volkswagen kit car with a stroker motor they made for the movie because they couldn't afford the Porsche for it. So I'd like to build one of them. Duckman, hell of a grinder with my flux core. Oh, yeah. I have a couple flap discs around Smoke because my welding is not, I can tack weld okay, but I guess anybody can. Duckman, you can't build a whole car with Harbor Freight welder and flux core. I finally got my son to watch It's Mad World a couple years ago. He did nothing but laugh through the whole thing. Oh, Rick, it's a good movie. It is, and it's free on YouTube right now. But honestly, I have the DVD. The kids or Heather bought it for me. It's one of them movies. It's a little bit of a long movie too. It's a good one. Okay, we can't forget The Greatest American Hero. I did forget that, believe it or not. I think that was part of the jingle. Started with a big girl with 1970 triple white convertible bug. I forgot about The Greatest American Hero. Wow. BW Garage lies indeed. I proved it too. Love the pictures today. Thanks for sharing at Mr. Herman Corey. and Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea with Richard Bashar and David Hennessy. I think that's on YouTube. Jorg, Huyoga Case talking to Jorg. There is no NEM upgrade version. It's the fact that they're plastic that causes them to fail. Oh, great. So I'll be doing mine in 50,000 miles again. When I do it myself, the next time I'll just put the metal one on. But James, you're right. I heard about that from Dorman having it. A lot of people say, you know, the Pentastar tick, they fail, they do this. If you use the Pennzoil with the cleaning additives in it, I don't have no ticking or nothing. And some people I know, they're over 200,000 miles on that 3.6. I think it's maintenance that people don't like to do. Darren, I remember that. And the dealer can't install aftermarket, but the Dorman 1 month Voyager warranty either. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm still good for about 6 years or 40,000 miles. I think the 40,000 miles will come first, of course, you know. Dukes of Hazzard. Heather actually got to meet them. Her grandfather somehow had connections. I don't know what the deal was, but she got to meet them when she was a little girl, which was really cool. Lee Majors was $6 million man. He's actually from Middleburg, Kentucky, here where we are. Oh, I didn't know that, April. I had no idea. He's still alive, though, right? I think Lee Majors is. Steve Austin, Lee Majors. He was a pretty cool dude. I think he was married to Farrah Fawcett for a while, unless I made that up in my head. Joey Brown, The Three Stooges, and Buster Keaton, priceless. I watched a thing, sorry, I had to cough, on Buster Keaton not too long ago. They did like a documentary thing, and I love documentaries. It was on YouTube, and I thought that was really interesting. Better, Stronger, Faster, $6 million man. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Yeah, that's what I was starting to sing. Monsters. I still watch them every day on Amazon TV. And there was supposed to be Steve Austin reboot called $6 Billion Man. Mark Wahlberg, but haven't seen it yet. Yeah, with our economy, it probably is the $6 billion man now. Let us old folk hear someone say you can't do something, and we will show you just how wrong a person is by actually doing it. Mark and Mindy. Oh, I forgot about them. Yeah, Robin was a good guy, in all honesty. I mean, yeah, Heather got to be in a police chase. Her grandfather was friends with, I don't know who. I can't remember what the deal was, but she got to meet Daisy, and I forget the guy's names now, John Schneider, and that. And then they did a fake police chase with Heather in the car. She'll never forget that one. That's actually really cool. Like MacGyver. Yeah, so true. And others called Edge, Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, true. Majors, but she wanted a career and he wanted a wife. So, okay, is that what happened, Otto? Okay. I remember having that Farrah Fawcett poster on my wall as a kid, and I won't get up and get it up, but Heather bought me the vinyl poster of her that I had from when I was a kid, because I don't really know where mine went, but and it ain't dirty or nothing bad. She would look really pretty in it, but I didn't hang it in my garage because somebody would get upset and see it in the background and go, there's a lady in a bikini, although it was very innocently done. She refused to do anything off color, should I say, but I didn't hang it up because you know how people get, but I thought she was just beautiful. Bo, Luke, and Cooter. I forgot about Cooter. And yeah, I met all them. The doors didn't open, so I had to climb in. It was so awesome. My favorite show. Daisy was so sweet. Yeah, Heather did say that Daisy was very, very sweet to her. Very nice person. When I was actually at the Pittsburgh Convention Center, the cat's beating me up here, and Heather Thomas was there. There's actually a picture I have of her from the Polaroid that shoots out. I went up to get her autograph, and then when I walked down, I was like 15 or 16, I can't remember, and she looked over and was smiling at me, and my buddy took a picture and gave it to me. And regardless, she was actually very sweet. But I don't think she was a ton older than me at the time, though. You know what I mean? But I don't know why she was there. Maybe for the Fall Guy truck was there at the car show or something. But Tabitha, what do you want, honey? She's like hitting my arm. And I got to meet a couple cool people back in the day, you know. But not like Heather did. I mean, her grandfather had some good connections. Need a haircut. And when she told me about that story when I was young, I was like, oh my God, how cool is that? See, I would have wanted to ride like in the Adam 12 car and been like, come on, let's do some crap, you know, or Starsky and Hutch. That was so cool. Kitty disappeared. She wants attention. My arm's here and she keeps smacking it for attention. But when I hold her, she did it again. Wait, she wants me to throw her a toy. A TY baby, this snake, ever since, well, she's still a baby. She's only, I don't know, what are you? She's 8 or 9 months old. But this stupid TY baby snake, Heather was throwing stuff out and she seen it and went crazy over it. Like, so now we can't get it off of her, so it's hers. The whole cast of Dukes is great. I got to hang around with cast. Excuse me, John, faced a member years ago. John Schneider is a business friend. I got to be in his movie with Skeeter the Duck. I didn't know that, Glenn. That is cool. I just bought a movie that he had funded and did himself. I can't remember what it's called now. I can't remember. I follow him big time. I really like him. But I can't remember the movie, something Freedom or something like that. Actually, my son needs to give me the DVD back already. But he's very down to earth. I watch him just talk, you know, on YouTube and that. I really like him. I really do. Probably because childhood and watching him, you know. Someone said he can't build a car with a Harbor Freight flux core welder. Who wants to bet all my bug patches would done with one? Oh, there's a lot of people that do, James, in all honesty. I'm not a good welder. But then again, I weld for 5 minutes and go, I'm not very good at this. I need to learn to start taking my time and practicing so I can become a better welder. But I don't do that. And, you know, I know many people that have used flux core, Harbor Freight, and I forget the name of the other one, Century, maybe. They have no issues. They just get a flap disc, clean up the welds, and they're good to go. So will people get upset if they see my Lindsay Lohan calendar hanging next to my Herbie in the garage? Probably. I mean, I don't really, everything in the background of my garage is just, you know, them old Sunoco signs or Gulf oil and all that. I actually got something cool. A personal friend of mine that I've known since we were 14, he cleans out houses that he buys and flips. He got me there are 2-gallon jugs, metal jugs with the handle that say Gulf oil, straight 30 weight, and the oil's still in them. They're probably from the 1940s, and they're filled with oil and everything. He's like, do you want these? I thought of you. Now they're in my garage in the background. I was so delighted because they're like $150 a piece if you find them. So I was thrilled to get those. Those are in the background now. I put a lot of weird signs in the background of my garage. Oh my God, they're so cool. John is awesome. Which movie? And she's talking to Duckman. Let me catch up here. My coolest ride was being in the chase car. Some sort of Camaro while a U-2 was landing. I used to work on the SR-71 and U-2 spy planes. Wow, that is really cool, Mike. I do watch military stuff sometimes on YouTube. I give credit to the pilots. Ugh. I don't know if I can be in that closed-in cockpit that small, and they're goofing off before they're lifting off the carriers. They really make me smile. Talk about bravery, man. Mr. Corey said something one time when somebody asked if he was a dirt dart, and he said, I like to keep my feet on the ground. Me too. I don't know if I could do it. And Sling got the VW moved in, unpacked. All right, nice deal. That's good news. And someone in Roxbury, North Carolina, the Dukes have a museum and get lots of attention. Oh, I didn't know that. That's on Darren's turf down there. And actually, Mr. Corey moved down there now. Mike T, I was a B2 mechanic. Awesome. Oh, nice. B52 mechanic. The mechanics that cannot make a mistake. I wouldn't want to do that. It would make me nervous. Yeah, John Schneider's very human. Great stand-up guy. Nothing better than him sitting next to me in a bar telling me I don't know how to pour a beer. Movie we're in is Smothered. You will find my name in the credits too. Glenn, you never told me that. I'll watch it. I will 100% watch it within days now. I didn't even know about it. Heather's probably writing it down right now in the other room. You don't have to be a pretty weller. Just make them strong. After all, you're not putting on makeup. Yeah, you're right, James. Even when I did the apron recently, I had to redo it. Somebody did it, and then it was a little wonky. So good night, Toby, and good night, Darren. I just scrolled down, and I seen that. I hope you're still on, so I can tell you good night. And thank you guys for being here. Let me see here. Yeah, I mean, I just use a flap disc and clean them up. You know, I was burning through, which was getting irritated, and I had the heat turned low, so I don't know what was going on there. Those buffs were and still are awesome, and took 12 totes of parts and tools, stand and whatnot. That's a lot of work doing that. Ugh. My T still has those sliding number 1 window XBA3 were fun times. And Slade, come on, we all remember racy poster you had in your shop might still be in some old vids. That was a while ago, Otto. How do you remember that? My son put that up before I started filming. And he's like, and he did it as a joke. He surprised me. And I'm like, all right, there were some girls in bikinis, nothing crazy. And I put it on the wall. I started filming shortly after, never paid really much attention. And somebody in the comments went, nice poster. And I'm like, look, and I was very new to filming. Not that I'm a professional, because I'm not. But I looked and I'm like, oh my God. I had to take the poster down. I didn't want nobody getting upset that has kids, you know. But MASH, yes, a lot of people. MASH was on for quite a few seasons, in all honesty. That is Wild Duck Man. I just store his personality. I have to watch the movie. Oh, I'll definitely watch it. And that's right. I forgot. Darren got to get up. Toby got to get up tomorrow early. I'll be going soon here anyhow. It's almost 11 o'clock. It's a horror film with all the 80s slasher horror film actors. Those are some of the best guys I ever met. Glenn, I wished you'd have told me. I would have actually watched that before. I didn't even know about it, but I will watch it now. Used to work on a carrier flight. It's been exciting since. Yeah, I'm sure. Good night, sleep tight, and don't let the bed bugs bite. I screen capped it. If they do take a shoe, whoops, I just bumped my mouse again. Where was I? But they're cool. You're lucky. Auto, yikes. John Schneider. To Die For. That was it. That was it. That was it. I couldn't remember the name of the movie. I said Freedom. I don't know where that came from. Old school movie, Chariot of the Gods. Now, that one I don't believe I've seen, James. I don't think I have, in all honesty. Say Chariot of the Gods. One of my favorites was always the 10 Commandments. Long movie. 3-4 hours long. I don't remember, but I always liked that movie. I don't know. I agree life changes once you away from that type of stress. Somehow they become the fun times, though. I can understand what you're getting at with that. Yeah. There's another song there. MASH. Yeah. Suicide is Painless, I think, is what the MASH theme song was called. And I could be wrong, but I thought it was. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Gomez. What was the name of that show? I don't know. Check it out, really. Oh, hey, good night, James. Have a great day tomorrow, brother. Making sure I don't miss nobody. And internet, nighty night. Yeah, I'm going to actually head out here in a second. I didn't realize tonight went really fast. We've been on almost 2 hours. I don't know how it went that quick, to be honest with you. But, hey, folks, I'm going to go eat because I'm a pig and I'm hungry. And I hope everybody had a nice time. I always enjoy these chats. Glenn, thanks for coming in and hanging out. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate your support, Glenn, more than you think I do. But everybody have a great week. And I'm glad you made it too, Mike. I really, really am. I really mean that. And thank you, Schmoke. I appreciate it. And I'll see y'all next Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. This is just through the summer, and then we'll go back to Fridays in the winter, though. But I hope everybody has a great week. Stay safe. Try to be happy and smile. Life could be a lot worse, I'm pretty sure. I'll see y'all soon. Everybody smile.